We got ourselves team 2 with Bliv. Oh, switching up the mug slightly, the different shoulders. We got glasses. I like. You're gonna get zapped, by the way, if you stay in there, Bliv. Same thing with Aurelian. Where's Aurelian? Aurelian, you're gonna get zapped. Come down with the boys. There's a shadow. Oh, you're gonna get zapped. Don't. No, come down. Second is gonna be a warning. Oh, next one is gonna kill you. Aurelian, you're gonna die. Monch Boone, can you res him, or is he just dead? That's super unfortunate. Copy is going to be first up on Team 1 versus Svetoslav. Wait, actually, can you res him? Wait, he can. Let him. Copy is cool with this. Yeah. My man, Shadow Boy, you got to come down next time. You can't be, in this arena, you can't be sending up there. You can't be sending up there. You have to come down with the rest of them. Thank you, Svet. Appreciate you. Copy, thank you so much for giving an opportunity to res. Super nice of you, man. It's going to be Copy going in with a big old Sunder. Stone onto Sveta. It's going to be a hammer hanging over Copy's head. Is it going to maybe a wall? Sveta taking lots of damage right now. Missing the final verdict, I think. The hammer does come in. Doesn't do the most amount of damage. Shield of Vengeance popping off. And Sveta looking to get away from Copy. The dots are doing work. Does he get interrupted? Do not get interrupted. Bubble comes out, and Copy looking to get away from Sveta as his wings activate. Copy is going to have to go very defensive here versus Sveti. Svetoslav. At least I think that's his name. It's if we take out the accents, it's Svetoslav. It's just funny as hell. Copy taking a little bit of damage, though, walling this off. There's going to be a hammer of justice grounded, and Sveti doesn't get the stun off of Copy. Copy still playing very, very defensive. Sveti, wings are down, so Copy might be able to push in and get some damage, landing that interrupt onto Sveti. All he has is a blessing of protection at this point. No Shield of Vengeance. Going to be Element Blast from Copy. Copy, you really want to get that Elemental Blast with your Maelstrom. He does more damage that way, but if you want to do it early, man, you can. But he does more damage with Maelstrom, I think. Sveti looking to get away from the elemental. Where's Sveti again? Oh my god, I'm swapping the wrong person. I'm so sorry, boys. Hodge onto Copy. Copy triggers it immediately. Final verdict coming in. And Copy looking to get defensive there, just running away. Even though he could get a lot of pressure onto Sveti, I think. And I think maybe he might just have to play very, very aggressive. Sveti trying to go for flashlight, getting interrupted yet again. Shield of Vengeance available very, very soon, though. Should be able to get a couple of those flashlights. Copy dropping down the big Sundering, trying to take all the buffs from Sveti. Gross wolves are available. Look at the wolves damage. Look at the damage these boys do. Look at the bad boys do. Look at the bad boys go. Him and the Shaman together actually do a lot of damage. Shield of Vengeance is going to be proccing onto the wolves. And Copy maybe getting too far away from Sveti. Getting hit with a Hodge was not able to ground that prior, and Sveti should be able to recover a little bit of health. Sveti is still playing without a bubble, getting hit on an interrupt. That's really bad for him. Blessing of Protection is all he has, but it can be purged by Copy. Big wings available. Sveti might be able to catch up on heals and heals and Copy. Going to take a lot of the holy damage back to back. Grounding Totem did come out in case Sveti did go in for a Hodge. I don't know if he did. Doesn't look like he did. Final verdict on Copy. Sundering as Copy trades blows. Big elemental blast into Sveti and does go for a massive heal, taking down a Paladin. First time I think we've seen an Enhancement Shaman do something against a Paladin in that regard. Obliv going to be up next though versus Copy, getting a rematch. But Copy's going to have a lot less cooldowns this time. No wall, and Obliv could go for full combustion. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Copy needs the heals, dropping down good grounding, which is good for him. Trying to go for purges on Obliv. Obliv still holding on to combustion. And Copy does catch up on a healer too. Purges need to happen. Copy super low in health. Breath. Scorches should probably get him. Does trick it out of the Panda incap. It's a Paladin Monk. Two classes that he is not. Obliv came in with full combustion. If only Copy had a wall, he did not from the last duel, the Paladin. Super unfortunate with Obliv and so much firepower he just brings into these duels. On Team 2, we also have Aurelian, we have Facey, we have Monjboon. Is that your name? Looks like it is. And Obliv getting hit with a cheap shot. Blood of the enemy coming out as the bike rolls in. Trying to blink away from the bike. Does give him the shield though. Doesn't avoid the bike, but does give him that fire shield to deal with the damage. And Chucky getting hit with a big G-Pie Meteor. Maybe Cloaks of Shadows coming out. Kidney shot into Obliv. And Obliv does not have a way out of it. It was a short kidney shot though. And Obliv going to get himself a lot of self-heals. Chucky might need to vanish out of here. Blind into Obliv. Unless Obliv goes for Eyes Block, Chucky should be able to escape. On Team 1, we also have ourselves Atha. We have... This is like a little... What is that? It's like a little mana addict or something. We got ourselves Chucky, we got ourselves Alistar as Unholy, and Uranus as an Unholy DK. And it looks like Chucky's going to play this one very carefully. He did lose a lot of health in that engagement with Obliv. Mounting up on a Fox, Obliv charging in, looking to get this Fire Blast. He does get this Fire Blast onto Chucky, putting in pressure onto the Rogue. Vanishes out of this. Obliv getting hit with a cheap shot. Blinks at the last second before a killer shot comes in. Chucky is there for the Shadow Step, but it's still lots of damage onto the Rogue. Obliv just needs a couple more Fire Blasts, Pyro Blast, and then one arcade explosion to finish it off. With Alistar, the Unholy DK, going to be up next. Hit him with a breath. That's going to be a Polymorph for Obliv. Maybe a G-Pie too. Could go with a Pet Stun and Pet Interrupt. That is an empowered version of the Pet. Ring of Frost to probably freeze the Pet, and Obliv should be able to get himself at least give himself some time before the pets start doing damage. Dropping in big combustion, big freebie damage. So many instances into Alistar. Does know him from a distance. Alistar needs more defenses, and I think that's going to be Pyroblast finishes him off. Does get a final defensive at the end there with an IBF together with now anti-magic zone, but also a death pact, which does give him a little bit extra health recovery. And Obliv still has plenty of health to deal with, dropping down Crucibles as the ghouls finally approach Obliv. Getting, I think, almost interrupted on a Fire Breath, and a Pyro finishes him off. Obliv bringing in the fire with Uranus going to be up next. Obliv still holding on to Cauterize as well as a Ice Block. So for Uranus, it's going to be quite a tall order of cooldowns that he needs to put together on top of Obliv. A very tall order. First needs to catch him. Breath onto the DK. Could maybe just dismount and actually use the pet to interrupt. Actually, does he use the pet to interrupt? He could maybe. Or unless you polymorph, you can't. Huh. Maybe you can't. Because I was thinking the pet does have a leap, and he is a polymorph, not no longer mounted. So maybe he could get the pet to attack him, and maybe have the pet leap to interrupt the G-Pie. Because I'm pretty sure, unless the pet only gets the interrupt when he is in, when he's bigger. So maybe like a leap stun. Anything would have helped him in that situation. Uranus popping off the pet, but the pet is rooted in the back and able to do the full damage. Uranus trying to go for the big set of Armory. Does go for a death pact. Get himself a little bit health buffer against Obliv. And that's a lot of pets attacking Obliv. All look like they're going to get frozen though. Yeah, all the pets frozen. Uranus, even he is frozen. And a G-Pie coming up. He got really nothing left unless he does something. Shield, anti-magic zone didn't even matter. The G-Pie was holding midair. And I think Obliv is going to take it unless Athman has something to say about it. It's coming in. This big old mana addict. What is this thing? Why does it have all this green pus in its bag, dude? That's kind of nasty. Not going to lie. Obliv straight into the team. Athman going to hit him with the turkey feathers. Maybe that'll help Atham. Maybe that'll help him out in the end. But it's going to be the duel between these two. Obliv has every defensive available, even Trinket. So he actually has everything available to him. Does get a breath and a polymorph onto Atho. So it's going to be as honorable of a duel as it can be. Obliv does Trinket that Hodge, I think, at the end. It looks like he did, at least. Greater Pyroblast is going to be available with a Frostbolt. And it looks like the Frostbolt does connect with Atho. Should slow him down. Going to be a blink as Obliv try to get an interrupt on the Atho. Looks like it's not going to happen. Athman having to pop wings. That's going to be Obliv going for a shot him for a second. Not really sure if you can shot him with a Hodge or anything like that. But Athman should be able to get himself some damage ready. Lots of Word of Glories, big Tempest Verdicts onto Obliv. Actually, lots of damage. That Polymer should probably stop him. That is going to stop him. I was thinking maybe Atham could maybe bubble this. Just continue the pressure. Obliv is going to get a G-Pie with a Frostbolt from a distance, slowing Atham down. Freebie, 50% slow for a Fire Mood, which actually is kind of a good play. Athman is going to be at about half his health. Big combustion is available. Atham might have to bubble this. Wings are available. Should be able to Word of Glory. Does bubble this off though, to make sure he can get a lot of heals. Looks like not enough Holy Power to get this Word of Glories back to back. So the bubble had to be used. So now Bop is all he has, which is not a cooldown. It's actually just going to give Obliv a defensive in the end. So Athman is going to have to play this very, very carefully. Meteor just grazes him. And a Nova stops him in place. Looks like no Hand of Freedom. Looks like it's available at the very, very end of that route. Gets a big old hammer going for Obliv as he's going to hit him with a poly. Athman not playing with a Trinket going to be a little bit tough for him. Hammer doing a bit of damage, but not the most. Going to be a Frostbolt off of the G-Pie. As Obliv going to get himself as many Fire Blasts and Pyros. Doesn't have the Meteor to combine all the damage together for Athman. As Atherman trying to get himself a heal, Obliv is going to blink in aggressively, getting an interrupt. Looking to maybe end it here. Oh, Atherman does get a proc. A wing should be a big word of glory. Catching up on all that health at 30% dampener, boys. Maybe able to interrupt. Obliv is able to. Full set of wings available. Does Obliv have a blink out of this? He does a blink towards the end of it. Ice block available if he needs to. Breath onto Atho. Doesn't set that breath for long. Maybe can go aggressive with Obliv. Maybe self-healing himself a little bit. Obliv super low. Trying to get the scorches off. Atherman does have a rebuke if needs to. Obliv should be able to ice block this. Actually, not even ice block it just yet. Has enough health. Atherman throwing as many hammers as he can from afar. Obliv waiting with that ice block until the last second. Does ice block this. There's going to be images available. Breath onto Atho. More Fibulous available, but Atho does have the holy power for Word of Glories. Maybe Atho's having to play this very conservatively. Hand of Freedom available. Maybe can stop this G-Pie. Does get to hit it with a rebuke. Obliv does not have the Shimmer, so you can't deal with it. That's going to be Ring of Frost. Obliv is super low in health. Actually, might just go down. Poly onto Atho. And Obliv does escape out of there. Super low in health. Doesn't even go for a G-Pie play. Has Combustion ready very soon. So I think it's going to be his big play. This is just get a big old breath into a Poly onto Atho. And maybe hit him with the G-Pie, Combustion, everything. And hopefully Atho has someone for this. Won't have wings. So maybe he'll have some holy power. Juking out the breath, which is good for him. Nova by Obliv. It looks like Atho is going to get hit with a Poly. Super unfortunate. Obliv does got to delay his G-Pie. And Atherman has a Shield of Vengeance for this, if anything. Shield of Vengeance up. Obliv trying to go for big combustion damage. Atherman trying to go for Word of Glories. Big hammer hanging over Obliv's head. He doesn't really have any more defenses. Does get interrupted on fire. Hammer smacking him down. Looks like it actually absorbed into his shield quite a bit. And Atherman gets another set of wings. Proc breath by Obliv trying to get the scorches to finish off Atho. Almost getting the... Oh, didn't even need that intro. Pyroblast at the very end. Ends it. And Atherman took a bit of a big hit there. Wow. Obliv coming in with a 1v5 at the very end. That's super unfortunate. That was actually so close, man. So close. Incredibly close duel. Actually, so close at the very end. It was just a 1v1 basically. Honor duel. Obliv versus Atho. Every cooldown available. That is so rough. So rough. Like if Atherman just crit on any one of his abilities towards the end there, like that would have been it. If he just crit. I don't know how much better you could have played that. Maybe there's one or two things anybody could have improved here on, but that was so close.